Hey everyone, how's it going? Greg here. Today we are going to show you how to make strawberry roses. Now with Mother's Day coming up, what a better gift would be than to make a dozen of these bad boys. Much better, probably cheaper than buying $80 worth of flowers that are going to die in a week anyway. These are edible, delicious, made with love, and who doesn't love strawberries unless you're allergic or you just don't like them? But Mother's Day is coming up. This tutorial is going to focus on how to make beautiful strawberry roses. Alright, let's get started. So, basics here, what we're going to need. Some tools. You're going to need like those little popsicle sticks, something like this. You can go half the length if you like, but if you're going to make them into a dozen and give them out to your girlfriend, your mom, your wife, this is a good size, especially if you have a smaller size vase. Then you can just pop these in, put them in, make a dozen. It will look amazing, guaranteed. Next, what you'll need, I always use a cutting board, always. To place stuff down, you never know. You don't want to cut up your kitchen table. And then, lastly, you're going to need a paring knife. Okay, something that's fairly sharp. This is nice. It's got a little bit of a flim to it, so it allows me to, give me that control that I need. So if you have a paring knife, any paring knife will work, but you will need one of these. This is from the Pampered Chef. Wonderful knife. Absolutely love it. So, and also, of course, strawberries, right? You're going to need strawberries. Now, strawberries is very important. So the shape of your strawberry is going to matter. So, for example, this is huge. Do not use a massively sized strawberry. One, it's just gonna frustrate you. Two, it's gonna look like a weird flower when you're done. So unless you want to play a joke on someone and you're gonna carve out 7 layers of leaves, go for it. But what you're kind of looking for is that nice, plumpy looking. See how it's got that uniform look right here? This is going to be a perfect, or if you have a rounded one, I don't think I have, so if you have something like this, a little more rounded, this will work. If you want to add a little bit of big and small, kind of give a little more depth to your bouquet. So, but we're going to go ahead and start working on this one. So, step one is you don't need the leaf. So, cut it. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut it thinly so you have a flat surface like this, okay? So make sure it's flat. So when you stand it, it's going to stand like this. So now that we have that base, so what you could do now is take your stick and in the center, just make a hole. Don't go all the way through. Halfway will be fine. So that way see that's sturdy. This is as much as you want. Now I'm going to take it off. And now we're going to start carving. Now this is the part where it's going to take a little practice. You're going to probably have to buy a big container of strawberries. And normally I have to buy 1 or 2 containers to even get a dozen, just because a lot of them are oversized and they just don't work. They don't look that great. So you kind of want the medium size looking strawberries. So what we're going to do, step one, be careful about cutting your fingers. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of start about part way up here. See that? You're going to make a slit thin at the top, and you're going to kind of widen it a little bit as you go down. Don't go all the way. Okay, we're going to flip it out as so. See that? So you're gonna stop. See where the knife ends right there? That's where you want to stop. You don't want to go all the way. You want that connectivity. Otherwise, it's going to fall right off. So we're going to do that 4 times. We're going to keep going. Okay. We're going to carve it out all the way across the strawberry. So now we'll have our flower base. So we have the bottom part of the flower. Okay. So there we go. So we don't want to mess with them too much until we're done. Reason being, these start to get doled out and then they just look ugly because you're constantly messing with them, and they could tear from constantly, trying to make it look all nice. We're going to save that for later. Right now, it's very important that we get our cuts in at the right spot. So now what we're going to do, so now that we have our 4 layers, right? We're going to do another 4 layer, but we're going to go in between our first cut. So see here? See how it's in between? So we're going to go about halfway up there, and we're just going to cut down. Okay? So we're going to push it out. So now you can see it's got a little bit of a depth right here. Okay? See, a little bit of wiggle room. So it's going to connect. All right. We're going to do the same thing across the way. So we're going to do it again. All 4 sides. So, but it has to be in between of the other petals. Don't do it on top of each other, because then you're not going to have any depth. It's not going to look like a flower. See how we got this going? See that? Right? Okay. So now we're going to have our very last top layer. And we're just going to go in between the one we just did now. So we're going to start at the top. Nice, even, slow strokes. If you happen to think you need to go deeper, go back and just do slight slits with a little bit of pressure just to add that, okay? You have to go in an angle like this. Go in an angle. Sometimes it gets trickier as you go up, okay? So just do it enough. Okay, and as if it's your first time, don't rush it. You take your time. Okay, so now that we have all of this, see that? So we have the cuts all the way in. Perfect. So now what we are going to want to do is take our popsicle stick, stick it in the strawberry, right? So now this is where we're going to get the cool factor of making it look like an actual rose. So we're going to base our thumb at the bottom of each leaf, right? So now we're going to take our paring knife and see that? It's in the leaf, and we're going to curve it out like this. So you're going to flatten out the knife and then slide it and then pressure at the tip of the leaf. Boom. See how you get that curve on the leaf? That's what you're going to be looking for. You're going to do that all the way through. So nice and easy. You don't want to apply too much pressure because you do not want to tear the leaves or ruin your flower. Okay, so we're going to keep doing this all the way. So you just spin it. Keep spinning. Going all the way down. Keep using your thumb as a point, so that way it will not fall. Alright, there we go. Boom. Alright, so there we go. We have our beautiful rose flower. So what we could do now, and this side's a little flat, but we gotta just fix this up a little bit. But, ooh, there we go. All right, so now we have our rose, right? So after you kind of boom, boom, you do all you need to do. So now you have a beautiful looking rose flower, and you can either put it inside of a vase, put there. Use some of that food coloring. It's a spray. You can get in the baker's aisle. Spray the bottom parts here, a little bit of green. Flowers for Mother's Day, which is coming up. So please, if you enjoyed my video, like, subscribe, share. Greatly appreciated. I'll have another video up soon on how-tos and some recipes coming soon. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. See you next time.